My question is, do you feel that you are the right man to lead it forward? And do you feel that the structures are in place to stop this drip of skeleton upon skeleton coming out of the club?
So it's clearly broken out in terms of and costed per hour in terms of his delivery of that service as a presenter. And then also Callum's Kicks, as you can imagine, has been going for quite some time. So that's delivered. That's a product. In that case, Oliver is employing writers, producers, sound people. There's a whole crew that go into it to actually make the product that's delivered to RTÉ. I think it's important also, Deputy, if you don't mind me saying, that in terms of the preparation of the top 10, note 4 is clear in terms of the exclusions, and one of the exclusions is work for independent production companies.
I presented for your organisation for more than 10 years. I worked there for 20 years, more than 20 years. But I presented for 10 years and I asked repeatedly, and I never got a presenter contract. I was never paid or contracted as a presenter. And I should have been. Because as you say, and I quote, presenters earn more than reporters. No, they don't. Not when you're on the MMJ scale and at the top of it is 69 actually, Senator Common, not 70. So I feel like it's you that's getting away with a two-tier system and that you're not actually being punished for the transparency.
I have to mention Sean Rocks. I spoke to his widow, partner, Catherine Bailey, and that, I'm sorry, that is a horrendous situation. He paid for his loyalty. He paid for his love of his work. The fact that he was actually categorised wrong for 16 years. They're going to have to leave their house on the 13th of July. That is not a situation that should ever have been allowed to happen over 16 years. So some scheme. And as an organisation, you have a duty of care there. I'm saying that quite directly.